There we go. All right, welcome to the webinar. We don't normally do a webinar on a Saturday. So welcome. So happy that you are here. I want you to put a 1 in the comments there for me if you are brand new to this webinar. It's like your first time onto this webinar. You've been looking maybe for ways to earn an extra income and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't even know where to get started. Is this even real? Is this a scam? Is this a pyramid scheme? I've heard it all, okay? This is why I'm asking you all those things. I've heard it all. But so let me not let you wait. Let's just dive into it straight away. I'm going to start sharing my screen. I'm just happy that you are here because last time I was on a webinar like this, just before I started my online business, it is literally when my life changed. And hopefully it's going to be the same for you. This is the amazing thing about we living in a digital era, right? So I put a laptop on there. You don't need a laptop, you need a phone, but this is the way that normal, regular people like you and I are making online. We call it copy, paste, and profit. Have you ever guys heard about people in the old traditional way buying a franchise? Did you guys hear about that? Yes, if you have in the comments. You know, you wonder why people traditionally would buy a franchise. You know why? Because there's already a business model that works. There's a lot of time and money that's being saved because there's already something that they can copy and paste and profit, right? So what's interesting about what we do is it works different. And with all those questions that you have, it's legitimate questions because it's the first time ever that we normal people can make money online like this, right? Because it didn't exist before. Digital marketing has always existed actually from the 80s, but we just didn't know about it. It was during COVID that it started booming, right? So I need to give you a disclaimer though. You're going to hear some stories on here today. It's going to sound like wow, okay? But I have to tell you, this is not a quick rich scheme. It's a faster way to make money. It is a complete legitimate way. It is very fast to get to your results. But at the end of the day, you still need to put in effort, okay? I don't know about you, but I would much rather put a 2 in the comments if you agree. I would much rather put 2 hours of effort in for myself so that I can have more time, more money, more time with my family instead of going to put 8 to 9 hours in for a job. Okay. This is so worth it. So, a little bit about me. If you don't know me, I always say I'm normal because I am. I don't have a fancy CV that I can impress you with. This is why it makes me so passionate about this business because I was just a regular mom. On the right hand side, you'll see I had my own beauty business. I had a beauty salon that I actually started during COVID. I was years in corporate. I actually showed business owners, normal people, how to start a business and be profitable with it. Can you believe it? But just like many people, I was on that grind of having to work more to earn more money. During COVID, I decided to start a beauty salon. But again, I found myself in that exact same place. Juggling work, family, still not getting ahead financially, having to work more to earn more money, right? It just didn't work for me. So I was looking for a side hustle. I was looking to make an extra $1,000 a month. Now, I'm South African. So $1,000 in my currency is 21,000 Rand. That is what I was looking for. I wasn't looking to leave my business. I wasn't looking to, because I grew up thinking, knowing I have to work to make money. Right? We all grew up like that. This is why I say, what a time to be alive. I mean, we live in a place in our society right now, in the digital era, that has never been there for us before. No wonder we all are asking questions. No wonder it breaks our brain that we can make so much money because it wasn't there, right? I almost gave up. I was like, there must be more to life than this. Like, seriously, you can't just live, work, eat, and just repeat it all over every single day. I was feeling guilty as a mom. I was losing time with my kids. They were growing up so fast, and I didn't even know what was going on at their school. If you're a parent on here, you don't have to say it in the comments for me, but you know what you can understand. And the one day when everything changed was I picked my child up at school. I was already running behind on bills. My salon was running in the red because I had to be at my salon every day. I was trying to make ends meet. You have to order products, pay rent, pay staff, all those things. If you've had is there anyone on here that has had their own business before? Just put me if you've had your own business before. You are going to so know what I mean. You want to work for yourself because you want your own time. You want to make your own money. But having a physical business is really draining. And at the end of the day, I found myself in that same spot. And my child gave me a letter from the school to say that I can't take her back to school. Now, I already got the message from the previous two children, from the other two children of mine. I've got three kids. And something just broke in me that day. And I was like, I'm so tired of living on the breadline. I'm so tired. I'm doing everything in my power that I know how to do, and I'm still not freaking getting ahead. What must I do? What must a mom do that is drained, is doing everything? What must we do, right? That's the moment I started looking for something. And just like many of you, I started Googling how to make money online because I knew the world was going digital. I had no clue how to make money, more money, without working more. So I was looking for online jobs. I applied for overseas jobs because I had friends that would work right throughout the night, but I couldn't do that because I've got kids. I couldn't work right through the day and right through the night. So one day, it happened a little bit different to me. I was Googling how to make money online. I just couldn't find something that I could do. And then I met a stranger that came into my beauty salon the one day, and she was making a lot of money. I never met this person. And I was like, she was spending a lot of money with me. And I was like, what do you do for a living? You know, we always want to know what people are doing for a living that has a lot of money, right? So I just asked her, and she was telling me, she told me about digital marketing. So I thought, oh, okay, digital marketing. Didn't know what that meant. And then the moment she said, you know what, Lizelle, anyone can do this. I'm like, what? Yes, anyone can do this. Like, I knew nothing. I didn't have any experience, degree, nothing. And I'm making like at least over $10,000 a month. I was like, what? And that's the moment I discovered that there's something like digital marketing. I had to Google it. I checked like other moms and dads and normal, regular people who were making money online. It was a very difficult decision for me because I didn't have a lot of time because I was already working full time and I didn't have money. Now, anyone on here who don't have money? You're at a place today that's going to teach you how to make money. I knew I needed to learn how to make more money and work smarter. I just needed someone to show me how because I didn't know how. So I discovered this done for you system that you could plug into. Remember, I spoke about a franchise, almost something like that, something that was already working. I didn't have to create my own product. I didn't have to have experience. I didn't need to know how to do it. I just need to follow a 2-hour workday. Put a 2 in the comments if you can follow a 2-hour workday. I just had to have a phone, Wi-Fi, and 2 hours a day, and I had to apply this 2 hours a day. I started in the evening. Within 5 weeks, I started in December, guys. That's the busiest time in my salon. I was booked back to back with clients. I said to my family, I'm going to try and make this work. I'm going to try and make an extra 20,000 Rand a month. I started in the evenings with my 2-hour workday. Within 5 weeks, I left my beauty salon because I knew that I found something that's making me more money working 2 hours a day on it than being 8 to 9 hours a day in a salon away from my family. From there on, I've been a stay-at-home mom. I made my first South African million rand in 6 months. I've made my first $100,000 in 7 months. I've made far over 5 million rand online, which is far over, I think it's almost $300,000, working a couple of hours a day from home as a stay-at-home mom. I'm sharing this with you because I want you to know what is possible. I'm not sharing to flex or to brag because I know where I was and I know where most of you are. But that's not the end of your road. And I believe in things happen for a reason. And I believe you're on this call for a reason today because we never do a call on a Saturday, okay? And it just so happened that we had a power issue with our webinar this week. You are here for a reason today. I strongly believe that. So let's carry on. You want to know that was me, or that is me, that was me, that is me now. I spend more time with my family. I've got the amazing privilege of being a stay-at-home mom. We got to buy our dream house. We're on the water. This is life, man. This is the life I've always dreamed to have, and that's my reality now. So the big problem that most people struggle with to make money online is they're told to start from scratch and they end up overwhelmed. They marketing to the wrong audience because they think they need to go bother friends and family. They waste time learning tech instead of earning. They Google, they YouTube, they waste time trying to do it on their own, which at the end of the day cost them a lot of money, cost them a lot of time. And they don't have a proven plan or a support system. Okay. 5 signs that you are ready is if you are tired of watching others do it while you stay stuck. If you're willing to work, but you just don't want to waste time. You want to make money, but you also want freedom. You don't want to do this alone. Maybe, like I was a little bit scared, but you're more scared of staying where you are right now than scared of what can happen in the future. What you're going to learn today is you're going to learn how to start your digital business from scratch. No product, no experience needed. The exact system that's helping beginners start earning online. How to use an AI tool that you don't need to have any tech experience for, because let's face it, AI is making our life so much easier, right? And how to skip the fluff and just focus on what works. Okay, so I want you to imagine this in 30 days. You have your business live, ready to sell. You know how to market without chasing people. You have learned how to attract customers to you. You've made your first sales. You're building momentum. You've got income streams working online for you. You have a clear path to your first $1,000, $5,000, or $10,000 months, depending on what your goals are, right? I just want to share a little bit with Nicola. Nicola is one lady that started, she actually started on another program, but she took the DMS training. And she found herself a little bit stuck in her previous, she was in digital marketing before, and she started applying the strategies that she was learning in DMS. And later on, she moved now over to DMS because she was so scared to even show her face on social media. Because you see there's a lot of education that you can buy online. There's a lot of ways that you can make money online, but not a lot of programs or courses teach you how to be confident online. Not a lot of programs help you to get out of your own limiting beliefs. Not a lot of programs teach you how to go from selling to just sharing and serving your audience online, right? She's actually, I don't know if they're still there, but they're in Thailand. This is what she's been trying to do. She ended July with over $12,000. And she didn't even see herself making $3,000 when she started. We've got Marushka. I actually just took the screenshot now. She says, Blue Monday has a different kind of meaning. How amazing it is to start the week with a sell while still in your pajamas and resting. I used to feel really miserable on Mondays until everything started changing, from finances to me as a person. I'm so grateful for this business and program. Rian, he's brand newbie with us. He says, I joined last Friday night. My tech support setup was done. Dusted by Monday lunchtime. The support received to get on board and absorb the sea of knowledge is awesome and exceeded my expectations, or really is next level, as they say. I've learned more in less than a week than I've experienced with similar programs over months. DMS is structured and answers questions before they're even asked, as if there is no time to waste in making a profitable success. You just need to show up. And no, I'm not recruited by DMS. I'm just a new and excited DMS Pro owner that shares my personal experience. I just love the way he says it, because, he's just so excited to be a part of this. And then we've got Zanelli, like I like to call her. She says she's never thought that she would even have a $9,200 month. And before we get into the nitty gritty of how it all works, I just wanted to come up and share, because what does it help just I share my story, hey? So Zanelli, are you on there? I would love for you to just come up and share your story just a little bit.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Lizelle. So I'm Zanelle. I'm just a normal mom with two busy little kids. I'm also a H2A wife. So that means my husband works 9 months away from us in the USA. And I was just sick and tired of grinding. I was working 2 jobs. I was working for a corporate company. And then I actually started a salon, a side hustle, thinking I'm going to make more money. I'm going to have more time, living the dream. Ended up working 7 days a week, on a Sunday, putting my babies in a camping cart, getting all together just for the bread and milk for the week. We were really in a tight spot, and I was desperate for extra income. I was so desperate. Now, I started with 250,000 Rand to set up my salon with staff and stock and inventory, furniture and everything. And in 5 years' time, since I've done that, never got that money back, which I spent it, because I had like expenses each and every month. Now, you guys, I didn't know this existed. I had no clue, but I started looking and I saw this stranger online. She said she's making this type of money, and I just want to make an extra 20,000 Rand. I mean, that would have helped us just to cover the bills, just to not be in debt anymore, and just to breathe financially. That's all I actually wanted, to be there for them. And I said to my husband, what must we do? Well, he said, we're already here in Shit Street. So what? You can either go the way you are going, or we're going to take a chance. I took a chance, you guys. And in 3 weeks, I got my first sale. I was so, I can't wrap my head. Like, if I'm still thinking back, it was sounded too good to be true. Like, how is this possible for a South African to make this type of money? In 6 weeks, I left both my jobs and I made $3,700, which was 76,000 Rand. As a total beginner, knew nothing, no experience, no clue what to do. You guys, for June month, I out-earned my husband. I kicked his bum, and I earned $9,200 from my phone, working a flexible 2 hours here, 20 minutes here, 10 minutes here, half hour here, around my kids. The other day, I earned like $1,000 while packing out my garage. Where in your life can you invest in a business one time for yourself, which you own, and get over reoccurringly income? I mean, there isn't a world like that, because digital and affiliate marketing is just keep on growing because the world is evolving. So I want to tell you, you are missing out if you haven't started yet. Take it from someone that was really scared and skeptic. And I didn't have the money. I sold my couches actually and ran promotions to get the money. So I just found the way. They say a boer maak 'n plan. So that is what I did. And here I am, 12 months later, still doing it, still being consistent. So just start. On a weekend, everything changed for me. So
I
thank
just
you,
love
Lizelle.
that, Zanel. Thank you so much for sharing. I love that because she saw the couches. Because a lot of people are under this wrong idea of the people that are successful online had money. I know I didn't start because I had it. I started because I needed more money, right? So thank you so much, Zanel. I'm so proud of you to think you were so scared and now you are just living a completely different life. I just love that. So you can see my screen, right? I want to carry on. All right, let's go. So I don't know where you are. Let me know in the comments. What are your goals? Is it maybe to get rid of debt? Maybe you just want to buy a new house? You know, maybe you want family time. Maybe you want all three or you want something else. Let me know in the comments. What is it? What is it that you need more money for? Because at the end of the day, if we go a little deeper, it's not about the money, eh? Because it's about what the money can bring. You know, for me, it was just, I just didn't want to miss out on family time anymore. I wanted to just breathe financially. I wasn't thinking of building an empire or climbing the corporate ladder, right? I want to buy a house and also be able to work and travel, get out of debt. Plus, I got scammed out of all my savings. Oh, that is so bad. I'm so sorry to hear that. All three, and travel with my family to get rid of debt and be able to spend time with my family, just to live life without worrying. I so get that. Be debt free and financial freedom. I so get that. So here's Marzette again. Marzette saying good morning while at my 8 to 5 working this workday. God, I welcomed Marzette and just said to her, wow, you had your first sale. It was on day three or four on her starting with this program. And I was like, oh my goodness, congratulations. Like, oh my goodness, in your first week. And she was like, what? Lizelle, I'm still at work. Are you saying I made a sale? She didn't even know about it. We had such a laugh, but how cool is that? Candace, she made money while she slept. She went out for the night. And she's helping so many people. I cannot remember the area she's from, but this is global, guys. This is what makes this so exciting, right? So let's get into it. What is digital marketing? Just put a 1 in the comments if you've been wondering. I'm just curious, is digital marketing something that you have heard, or is it still a little bit, you're not sure? Oh, I'm so glad some of you aren't sure because that's the way I felt when I started. This is why I like explaining this part. So digital marketing is basically shopping online. You are already doing digital marketing. Ding, ding, ding. You are, because you are on social media. You're sharing stuff, right? You're sharing if there's a nice Netflix series that someone needs to go binge watch. You're sharing if you went to watch a good movie. You're sharing if you went to the Spur or to Cape Town and you had a nice vacation. Like Nicola shared she's in Thailand. She doesn't even make money from it, but she makes money with DMS. But my point is, we're always sharing information to other people. You're already doing digital marketing. You're just basically sharing something that's already working, and the right people that are looking for the same things will purchase from you. So the traditional way of doing business is you needed a physical store. You need physical products. With an online business, we use digital products because digital product means it's not physical, which means you don't have to keep stock. It means it's not going to cost you the money of a traditional franchise or a traditional business. You're not going to pay rent. You're not going to pay staff. You're not going to pay for products, right? It's digital, so you don't have to keep on stocking up. It's the person immediately gets access to their digital product when they purchase from you. They don't have to wait until it's shipped. There's no customer service because there's no digital product. So it's so amazing, right? And it's so quick because we literally go online, people go, they go post online, you post online, they go click, they buy, and you get paid. So digital marketing is not something that's only for techie people or big companies anymore. It's the way real people are now creating freedom from home, just by learning how to talk about value online. That's all we're doing. So 5 2.3 billion people are using social media. This is why the digital economy is booming and it's just going up. 82% of buyers say social media influences their purchasing decisions. Do you guys agree with me? If someone is not online, a company, you will be very scared to buy from that person if they are not online. Can you just put a yes for me? Do you agree? Because we even check out people on Facebook, man. Like when you meet someone and they say there's someone who they're not, or you just met them at the party, you're like, okay, who's this person? Let me go check them out, right? If someone's not online, you are not going to trust that person, right? Digital learning and e-commerce are growing faster than traditional industries. This is what it's looking like. The e-learning market alone is predicted to hit over $500 billion by 2027. People ask if it's saturated. This is so far from saturated. But the scary part is there's 2 years for you to make work of this. This is what the experts are saying, because they are saying that the middle class is going to fall away because of the rate the digital market is booming. If people do not start earning online, there's only going to be a workers class and a high class in income because this is growing so fast, right? Why most people stay stuck is because they're scared of scams. They're scared to show up. They're scared to show their face because they think they have to show their face. They've got no idea what to post. They're thinking they need to be techie, have some experience, or be polished online, right? And they have no idea where to start. The most thing that I've seen that gets people stuck or keeps them stuck is the fear of the unknown. And I don't know about you, but with anything in life, we as humans are scared of the unknown. I remember when I had to make that choice to spend money on a done-for-you business that was claiming to make money for a lot of people. And I was like, what if this doesn't work for me? What if I don't make, I don't care about making millions. I just want to make a little bit of money, right? You're never going to know if you don't start. It just is what it is, because the truth is I can't give you guarantees because I don't know your work ethic. I don't know, are you going to do what you're supposed to do? Are you going to be consistent? Are you going to plug in and do what you're supposed to do and learn with us and grow with us, right? But what you need, let's say you want to start on your own, okay? You need a digital product. If you want to make money online, you need a digital product, you need an automated system, and you need a discovery method. These are the 3 things that everyone that's successful online and making a lot of money online are using. Your choice is you can either try and figure it out on your own how to get these 3, or you can plug into one that all these 3 are already operating in and it already works and it's already proven to work, right? So let's break it down. A digital product, that's what they do. They go online, they scroll. Think about quickly when last you ordered something online. Think about, did someone phone you to go to that online store? That when you purchased the product, did someone phone you to just before you purchase to try and convince you to buy? Did someone know? You go during the night, you can go 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock tomorrow morning and you can go place an order online. And everything's going to happen automatically because there are systems working in the background for you, right? So they order online, the system does the work, and all you need to do is help people find what you have to offer, right? So let's talk about the system a little bit. You get it done for your business system. You resell high value digital training. A lot of people in today's world, they go to varsity, they go study for 4 years. I know there's digital marketing in university. I've got a friend doing digital marketing at university. She tells me she learned more in this than she did at the varsity because this is practical. You learn and earn at the same time. At varsity, she has to finish her degree first before she can go into the world and start testing what she's learned. Here is you learn and earn at the same time. You follow a step-by-step strategy and you get 90 to 100% profit, right? This is how it works, as simple as it is. You came to this webinar today because someone invited you here by email. Yes? Can I just get a yes or a nod of the head? Someone invited you. They sent you to a page like this when you asked for more information. Now, the page is going to look different because they all have their own brand. But somewhere along the line, you entered your email and your first name, okay? And that's how you came to this. You had the option to go to the website and purchase immediately, okay? But a lot of people don't. Because a lot of people need 7 to 20 times exposure of your system or your value that you offer or your product that you offer before they buy. What we have is we have a system where we've got automation that keeps on following up. We've got an automated system that does the selling for you so that you don't have to do that. You don't have to reach out to people, ask them to buy from you, trying to convince them. We don't use manipulative strategies here. We know how to attract the right people that are already over that 5.3 billion people online. We learn how to attract those people. We know already how to do that to come to our page. And when they're ready, they buy. So how people find you, that's our discovery method. Remember, if you have the system and you already have a product, the only way that what you need to physically do in your 2-hour workday is just to help people find you. This is what you do in your 2-hour workday. We call it our daily freedom framework. 30 to 45 minutes, you're going to create content. It's even easier because you get an AI bot inside the system. You get content that's already done for you, so you can literally copy, paste, and post. It's a easy peasy, lemonade squeezy, like my child would say. Just so that you can sound different like other people, because we want you to build your brand. You get the AI bot that can convert that content for you into your own brand voice, okay? You do a 30-minute visibility boost. What is that? That is, you choose like 5 Facebook groups, or you go into Instagram threads, and you just post value every single day. The same message for a week, every single day. And you use the AI bot to create that message for you. You take about 15 minutes to respond to what we call a CTA, which is call to action. People will respond and ask for information. You're going to take some time and say, okay, go to my automated system, go to my automated system. And then 30 minutes of your 2-hour framework, you're going to spend in the community, and you're going to continue with your training, right? Can you do this 2-hour workday? Does that sound easy or very complicated and techy? Let me know in the comments. Does it sound easy? It is easy. You just need to be consistent with it. It's a new routine that you have to apply, right? Okay, so what makes DMS different is we don't just give you the education, we give you the tools and we give you the transformation. We help you build confidence, not just content. A lot of people, especially if you are someone that's not really on social media, and if you are someone that cares about what other people think of you, and you're like, oh, I don't know who's going to judge me, and what am I going to say if I haven't had a salad yet, and oh my goodness, it just doesn't feel like me. A lot of people start like that. I was one of them, especially if you're in a bad place. So we help you overcome that. We teach sales psychology, not just one size fits all posts that don't convert. And you don't need to show your face if you don't have to. And we don't leave you to go figure it out on your own, okay? Can you please explain the 30-minute visibility boost a little bit more? Okay, Monica, are you in our community? Because that's inside your program. Inside, I go into detail about exactly what the visibility boost is about and how you do it. Okay, it's as simple as I just said. You post 3 times a day to social media, right? With the content that's already given to you, or the content that you yourself create. Post 3 times to social media. Then you do a visibility boost. You choose where your perfect customer is hanging out in. Like my perfect customer, most of the time, is a mom that wants to make more money, that's tired of living on the breadline. It's not just a mom, it's a dad. It's anyone that wants to build wealth online, but because they just want to spend more time with their family. So what I did was I chose like 5 mom groups. Okay, yours are going to look different. Yours can be a Facebook group of your town or in your city, wherever you are allowed to advertise. You take one post and you just post it in that group every single day. It's the consistency that compounds. It's not being perfect. It's the consistency of people regularly seeing you online. That makes more sense, right? Okay, so coaching is included. This is why we included DMS in coaching, because I have done a lot of courses before. I've always learned a lot from them. But one key thing that I saw that was missing with a lot of people that would start with an online course, but they won't get success, was the coaching. I saw that a lot of people needed more guidance. They needed more like, okay, show me what to do. Am I on the right path here? Am I doing the right thing? So we don't leave you on your own. The coaching is included. Plus the secret sales weapon, which is our AI bot. There's tech setup that's already done for you. You do not have to follow videos to put up your own tech system, your own system that's going to sell for you. We don't do that for you. We don't just give you one income stream. We give you multiple income streams. And we teach you how to build your own brand. Okay? Because that's where the world's going. So let's cover a quick few questions. Isn't the market saturated? I covered that, right? You know it's not saturated. Is this a scam? I hope by now you know it's not. You get a real product, which is a course plus a full business in a box, because you get the system and everything. Plus you get additional digital products that you can sell for 100% profit. Okay. Do you have to show your face? No. Many of our students start faceless and they succeed. I'm going to show you now in a bit one of them. Will you have support? Absolutely. Larushka in our community, she made over $2,000 in 6 weeks without showing her face. She started a brand new Faceless account on the 16th of June. And she says, yeah, you can read there, no face, no followers, just faith. She now has over 1,200 followers, over $200,000 in commissions, and she still made more money than she gained followers. I didn't wait for perfect. I didn't need to be an influencer. I just stayed consistent. This is the strategies that she is learning inside this program, right? So let's talk about the product. But just before we talk about the product, I want one more person to come and share with you so you know, because maybe this is going to resonate a lot with you because your story is also amazing. Cecilia, are you on here?
I most definitely am.
There we go. There she is. All right, share
You're
with
getting me
us.
all Saturday vibe here. Good day, everybody. So I'm Cecilia Jacobs. I used to come from an extremely small little town called Messina. So prior to starting this, I actually had a daycare center for about 10 years, and then after that, a salon. Now, the reason why I kept on looking for ways to work from home is actually because I've got 2 little angel babies up in heaven. I'm a cancer survivor. So when my daughter was born, I decided I want to be the work from home mama. I want to be the mom that never misses a milestone. I wanted to be the mom that was there. I was adamant to be that mom. But with my daycare center, 10 years after starting it, I needed something new because I couldn't be the mom next to the sports field where my little girl grew up. I couldn't be the mama that helped out at school because I was always working. But at that same time, COVID hit. And right after COVID, the divorce hit. So I ended up opening up a salon. And with that, I started spiraling downwards. So in a small town salon, every second to third week, another salon wanted to open up. And every time it felt like, my throat would close up. I ended up being the mama that continuously had to keep on putting things back on the shelf because I just couldn't afford all of that. But I kept on pushing through because it was still my heart's desire to be the work from home mom. Until the one day when I went to pick up my daughter from school, grade 8, initiation period. And I asked her if she had to hurry because I had a bridal party at my salon and I needed to get back to work. So that was not the first time that I basically rushed and chose work. It felt like choosing work over my child. But she was 5 minutes late. And I snapped, which I think is a very normal parent instinct when you have to get back to work. I snapped at her, but what I didn't see was that she came to the car crying already. She had a bad day, and I just made it worse. So when she got in the car and I saw the tears, I immediately drowned in mom guilt. And this whole day, I felt like I'm going to fix this. But I ended up working until past 9 that evening. And my daughter fell asleep on the couch waiting for me. Now, we all know, give a teenager a bedroom, give a teenager a cell phone, and they're in their happy place. So if they sit and wait for you, you got to know something was wrong. But that was also my breaking point where I realized, things need to change. I'm not the work from home mom because this is what I want to be. I don't want to be the snappy mom that works 15 hours a day, that's in any way so overwhelmed, stressed out, and still broke as a freaking joke. So I started searching for ways to make money online. I got scammed 3 times until I eventually went to Google and I said, listen, just give me a program to learn from. I deliberately searched for a program to learn from. So that's how I know your perfect customer is already searching for what you've got when you've got a program like this. I came across a mama on social media back in May 2023. I got started with this. 6 weeks later, I made my first dollars while I slept. 2 hours later, I made another $300 while doing somebody's nails for 280 Rand. And I didn't have to do anything because the automated system was already working in the background, delivering what my customer purchased. 3 months later, I was completely out of debt. Not a single cent of debt left on my name. 4 months later, I purchased a car cash, you guys, without asking the bank for a penny. I've never in my life been able to do something like that. But 5 months later, I literally flipped my zip code because I said, one day when I'm big, I'm going to live by the ocean. Anybody ever said something like that? I want to go live by the ocean. And I used to say, one day when I'm big, I'm going to live by the ocean. It was a standard joke. But 5 months into digital marketing, I freaking grew up and flipped my zip code. And for the past 2 years, I've been able to do things like pay my daughter's school fees in advance for a year, not take a calculator to a grocery store, not having debt on my name, all because of digital marketing. I knew nothing of nothing. My biggest fear was to make videos. My biggest fear was to make these videos I saw mums making. But you know what? That fear turned into over 4.5 million rand as a South African, giving me the ability to give my daughter the life that she deserves. And it's like Zali says, you get the secret sales weapon with this, which means that it literally creates content for you. You don't have to show your face online to do this. You can start where you are and work from there. You don't need to know anything, because I even had to, the day I told my daughter I'm going to make money on TikTok, I had to ask her, how do I put a video on there? She had to show me where to press the plus to get started with this. But out of everything, I really do hope that my story inspires you today. I mean, heck, when I wanted my daycare center, I literally went, bought into a college, paid for my education to get the skills. When I wanted to open a salon, I paid to learn the skills. Now, digital marketing is nothing different. This is not a scam. You cannot lose your money, because what you are paying for is literally the education to have your very own online business that could change your whole life. Thank you, Zal.
I love that. I want to ask you just, Cecilia, because you initially started in digital marketing way back when. Well, way back when is only 2 years. What do you love about DMS? What makes that different for you?
I love the more intense coaching that's going on in here. Absolutely. I love that I immediately started with 14 income streams. I absolutely adore the secret sales weapon. I mean, she just makes life easier. I don't have to think content. I don't have to create content. She even answers my emails for me if I wanted to do that. But for me, it's the intensity of the coaching that goes on here. So a lot of programs has mentoring, which is amazing, but coaching makes that total difference for me.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. And you look so pretty. So pretty. All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Cecilia. Okay, guys, let's like someone would say, let's bring this back home. Okay. Let's talk about the product, because that's why you're here, right? You want to know what this all is about. So we've got 2 ways that you can get started. There's what we call the DMS Pro, Digital Magnetic System Pro. Your system is completely done for you, set up. You get resale rights to 2 products, 90% affiliate commission. The reason we made it affiliate is because a lot of countries do not have their own payment gateways. They don't have PayPal and they don't have Stripe. Like Namibia and some neighboring countries, there's a lot of them. And in some areas, in some countries, the MRR, which is 100% master resale rights products, has been, I don't know if it's been legally banned, but it's been banned in a way already. So we just wanted to make it as simple as possible for people to be able to immediately start without having to have some fancy skills or setups or whatever. So with the 90% affiliate commission, it means the commissions are paid weekly into your bank account. Doesn't matter where you are, you can sell across the globe. You don't need a PayPal, you don't need Stripe. But you do get extra PLR products. Now, PLR products is private label right products. These products you can sell for 100% commission. With that, you need either your own payment gateway, or people need to be able to at least purchase via EFT from you. That is, you can resell it, rename it, rebrand it as your own without giving anyone credit for it. So you're getting a lot of extra products that you can make your own. You get a 30-day content strategy plan, faceless marketing strategy, weekly group support, pod coaching. This is in the pro. This is a 12-month group coaching program where you're in a group of 8 to 10 people, right? This is the fastest way of growing, because you grow with your coach and you grow with your peers. That group coaching is what a lot of people pay now, $97 a month for, and that's still cheap, if I can put it that way. I mean, I have an 8-figure coach and I paid $15,000 for her. So this is an amazing bonus that you're getting inside this program. You get an advanced launch strategy plan to reach $10,000 a month and beyond, a perfect customer masterclass, magnetic sales formula. This is where we dive into limiting beliefs. This is where we help you overcome. You know, a lot of people, they've been disappointed in their past. A lot of people come from a bad space. So to get into that mindset space of a millionaire, to get that millionaire mindset, right? And creating your own digital products. This is where you learn it. You get templates. You get the step-by-step on how to create your own digital product, if that's what you want to do, plus you get certified. The value of this is far over $6,000. This is only for $1,197, a once-off amount that you pay for, and then you pay a once-off $67 activation fee. That activation fee includes your entire setup. It includes a professional email. It includes a professional domain. You just need to choose your name, and we do everything for you at the back end, okay? Like Zanelli said, where can you find a business that you pay once off an amount like this, and you can get paid like that on a daily basis? It just doesn't exist, and this is so amazing, the time that we get to be alive. Okay, there are some payment plans if you want to look on the website. Okay, so what you get is you also get a pro content vault. Now, we're almost at the end of August. The new September content is about to drop. Okay, so everyone inside the DMS Pro get fresh new content on a monthly basis. We have a qualified graphic designer with the hooks that I choose because I know what works already. We've got an entire content vault that's already there for you, but you just get fresh new content every month. You get the secret sales weapon. You get reels that's already done and dusted, so you can literally copy, paste, and post. You get 10 PLR products. Those are the ones that you can rename and rebrand, and the 2 PLR courses. You get 2 additional courses with this one that teaches you how to really go down deep into Instagram and how to really market, you know. Then a lot of people can't start obviously at the DMS Pro, so we've got a starter option as well. The reason we chose not to do I want to say cheap, but I want to say like a $20 product or a $30 product or anything cheaper is because we know what you need to be successful. I'm telling you guys, I've seen it all too often. Someone will buy something thinking they're going to be successful with it and then be disappointed. I don't want that to be you. We want you to be successful, and we know what it takes to be, okay? So with the starter, you also get a fully done for you business setup. You get the resale rights of the starter. You get 5 additional PLR products, the 30-day content strategy plan, faceless marketing strategy, weekly group support. You get a roadmap of how to get to your first $5,000 online a month. I know Cecilia, she didn't mention that, but when she got inside here, she tested it and she made $5,000 within her first month with this program. Perfect Customer Masterclass, your magnetic sales formula. Total value of this is far over $2,500. This is a once-off $497 with a once-off $67 yearly activation fee. Again, you get your email, your domain, everything included in that. Okay, you get your 6 PLR products, right? And then your secret sales weapon. Obviously, this is the best. A lot of people want to buy this on its own, but this is what makes DMS different. So we like to keep it that way. Now, before we go into Q&A, if you have any questions, I want to show you what it looks like, a little demo on how the secret sales weapon works. You guys want to see that? Guys want to see how the secret sales weapon works? Let me give you. Okay. So you see my screen, right? Larushka, you can see it. Okay. So here's the secret sales weapon. Now, she's built into ChatGPT. But this is not, you know, anyone can go to ChatGPT and say, create content for me. ChatGPT will create generic content for you, okay? The secret sales weapon has been trained as a digital marketing specialist on stuff that's been proven to work, not on what other people just say. It's proven to work. This is a multi-six-figure strategy, this. So she's going to ask you, when you open it up, she's going to ask you, I just left this in here because I didn't want to go out to copy the entire thing. I already prepared answers, as you can see. So let me do this. All that you're going to do is you're going to put in onboarding. And then she's going to ask you a couple of questions. This is what sets you apart online, because we don't want you to sound like everyone else. We want you to sound like you. So she says, welcome, boss. I'm your secret sales weapon, your personal AI sales coach, content creator, and confidence booster, all rolled into one. I'm here to help you sell your offers with confidence, create scroll-stopping content, close more deals, whether you are doing a master resale rights program, affiliate, or a high-ticket program. Keep you focused when the doubt creeps in. Any business owner can use this. But first, let's personalize your experience so I can tailor everything just for you. Answer these 4 quick questions below. So she's going to ask you, what do you sell? Tell me your offer, product, or service. Who's your ideal client? What platform are you mostly active on? And here's the ding ding. What is your monthly income or sales goal? Yep, she even maps out how you can reach your goal in how much you want to earn. And she says, once I have this info, I'll hook you up with content ideas tailored to your niche, DM scripts that match your offer, mindset tips based on your sales goals, access to my vault of templates, and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste in the answers to the questions you already asked me. I said I wanted to make $10,000 a month, okay? So now she's saying, okay, this is your snapshot. This is what you offer. Digital magnetic system, your ideal buyer, overwhelmed 9-to-5ers, working moms or stuck marketers ready for reset. Your transformation promise is from stressed and stuck to confident and cash flowing with a plug and play business system. So here's what you're going to do. Sales strategy. She tells me you're selling a high value program. This is what it should look like. Content ideas. I used to believe that I had to be techie to make money online. Now, she's giving me a couple of ideas, okay? She even gives me a mindset reminder. Fear doesn't mean stop, it means stretch. You're building belief while selling. Every piece of content is a bridge to someone else's breakthrough. Isn't that cool? Okay, so she tells me what access I have to the tools. Okay, so what I'm going to say to her is now I'm a new digital marketer. I want to know, okay, what do I need to do today? She's got it built in that's already working. This is your daily sales checklist. And it's about 2 hours. This is why we call it a 2-hour workday. You're going to do 3 posts a day. Someone asked earlier, is it Monica? She asked earlier what it's all about. The Secret Sales Weapon is going to tell you that without even going through your training. She's going to tell you post 3 times a day, 1 belief shifting reel, a static post or carousel, a CTA post 5 Instagram stories, engage for 30 minutes. She tells you, drop meaningful comments on other clients' posts, reply to your own comments, post something in your Facebook community or a niche group, train for 30 minutes. And then she gives you a daily motivation, right? So let's ask her, create content for me for today. Okay, let's go. Here's your custom content packed for today based on your DMS. Offer your ideal client and your goal of 10K a month. So there she gives me a hook. She gives me ideas of what audio to use, what visual to use. If you want to do it faceless, she actually gives you ideas on what Canva clips to use. Just remember, you're already getting a complete content vault that you can copy, paste, and post. What you can do is you can take that and put it into your Secret Sales Weapon and say, create something that sounds like me. And you can follow, you can just use the templates. But here it is. See, look at that. She gives you everything. Isn't that cool? Man, I'm telling you, if I had this when I got started, I would have made the millions a lot sooner, that's for sure. So she does so much more than that. She can work out your entire plan, how to get to your 10K goal. Maybe like me, you just want to make your first $1,000 online when I started. She's going to help you map that out, how to show up online, okay? But not just that, you're being part of a community of people that are on the same goal. They've got the same goals more or less like you. So what I'm going to do is, what your next steps are, you can just go back to the person that invited you here, okay? You received an email, just reply to them. If you're ready to get started, I want to tell you, this is the best time. You're in the right place to get started because it's still weekend. You can have your income streams running by Monday. I started on a Friday. By the Monday, I already started posting. So get back to the person that invited you here. Ask for the link of which one you're interested in, the starter or the pro. If you have some more questions, ask them. Okay, so I just want to get to some questions now. So we just need to resell the DMS if we want. Yes, most people start like that. I started with a program like that, Ruan, and the reason I did was I knew nothing. So I just copy and paste what worked. That's what a lot of people start like that, and then later on, if you want to, you can create your own products. If you don't want to. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Guessing it would be best to just resell it, not to try and reinvent the wheel. I love that, Ruan. You're thinking already like a millionaire, because that was a mistake I made in my life. A lot of times I wanted to start a new business, and I would say to my husband, what can we start to make a lot of money with? Because we always try and reinvent the wheel. It's the best not to. Okay, where does one sign up and get started? Rigo, I love to hear that. You just get back to the person who invited you here through an email. Just ask for the link and you can get started. All right. I have a quick question. Gonna sound stupid. Nothing is stupid, Sarah, but I contacted with you on TikTok. I got asked for my cell. I gave it. No. It's a good thing you're asking this, Sarah. I will never DM on TikTok. And the unfortunate thing about TikTok is amazing for business. But the unfortunate thing about there is so much scammers on there. Go search my name on TikTok. Does anyone want to take a chance and go do that quick? Go search my name on TikTok, Lizelle de Kock, and go see how many fake Lizelles are on there. Unfortunately, we don't have control over that. That's why I always say in my lives every morning, I don't DM, I don't WhatsApp, I don't Telegram. So you did not talk to me. Okay. It's such a good thing that you asked. Definitely not a stupid question. I promise you. Okay. So rather email me. Okay. Get back to the person, whoever invited you here, make sure you have their correct details. Their details will be a professional email. Okay, most of the time not going to be, this is why you need to have a professional email as well. It's not going to be a Google email or a Gmail or something like that. Okay, just want to clarify. So do you sell DMS or products? You sell DMS and products. But if you want to get started and you know nothing, just resell DMS. You're going to get into the swing of things of how it works. DMS is a high ticket product because people pay for transformation. It's better because you only need to sell 10 DMS Pro products, 10 DMS Pro programs to make $10,000 a month. If you want to sell something like $47, you're going to have to sell a lot more to get to $10,000. Okay? Because a $47 product is only going to give you education. It's not going to give you the systems. It's not going to give you the support. It's not going to give you the coaching. It's not going to give you the done for you content. It's not going to give you all that stuff. So people are willing to pay for transformation. So I would say as a brand newbie, this is how I did it. Start and resell what's already working. Just resell it. And later on, who knows? Later on, maybe you create your own high ticket product. Okay. Okay. In the DMS Pro, we obviously learn how to sell it right. Yes, you learn, Monica, exactly how to show up online. You learn also how to not be spammy or salesy. I hope you saw that in one of the slides. We don't do traditional selling on this. We don't convince people to buy. We don't reach out to people and say, hey, you want to buy from me? Or, like if you've ever sold Tupperware or been in MLM marketing, or forget all the sales that you've learned. Forget it. We do attraction marketing. This is why we post 3 times a day consistently, because we already know people are online looking for you, looking for your product. You will be trained on how to train the algorithm, on how to push your content out to the right people. Okay. Would you start with the starter pack or the pro? Good question, Sarah. If you ask me, I will always say the pro, because if you want to go all in already and you can, why not go all in now? Because you only have to sell 1 a day to make $1,000 a day. And we already know that the DMS Pro comes with the pod calls, with the pod coaching, comes with 14 income streams. It comes in with built-in income streams that you don't even have to figure out on your own. So if you can start with the Pro, I would definitely start there. We just created the starter because a lot of people can't start on the Pro. I wasn't planning to create the starter, but I just know that a lot of people want to start with something smaller and then jump to it higher. But obviously in the Pro, you get to learn closer with people that already make multiple 6 figures online. We get guest speakers in, 7 and 8 figure earners regularly to come and speak as well, to come and train you. Okay. Yep, you can see there, they're saying, I also say pro. And you get fresh content monthly, right? So basically effort equals getting your money back within 6 weeks, so to say. So basically effort equals getting your money. I don't know if I understand it. If you can elaborate. Can you upgrade from the starter to the pro? Yes, Claudine. You can upgrade at any time. Okay, the effort you put in. Yes, this is not a button that you press and money falls out. This is not you buy something and other people work on your behalf and you earn money. You have to put in the effort, the 2-hour workday. This is a legitimate business. It's not this is why it's not a scam. This is not a pyramid scheme. You get the product, you get a whole system, but if you don't put in the 2-hour workday, you're not going to make money. You have to show up. Okay. Does it make sense? Is it just as profitable with the starter as the pro? Obviously you make more with the pro, but yes, absolutely, Lindy. Both of them are extremely profitable. Okay. Both of them. I can tell you now, just this morning, I know Zanelli had a sale this morning. I could see it, right? She sold the starter this morning. I had 2 starter sales this morning. The sale, I mean, $497, which is about 440. You make about 8,000 Rand on a sale. And what's in the starter is so much more than you will get in any other basic program, because the magnetic sales formula is in there. You get the AI bot, you get the perfect masterclass. Those are the key things that are in there that's not in most of the courses with the same amount. So it's very, very profitable, and you can actually turn from there and do your own thing. There's a lady in our community, I think she's Anya Chiara. She started on the starter. She's already created her own products. And she doesn't even have the blueprint of that yet. But she's learned some skills in here, which is amazing, right? So I'll join once I got the money sorted. Awesome, awesome. Cecilia says this is still my cheapest business I ever started. Salon was over 140,000, daycare over 350 for education and startup. Digital marketing under 22,000 Rand and made the type of money I never saw in my other businesses. Absolutely. I mean, you can go Google. Show me a business that you can get started with a once-off amount like this and you can make it back on a daily basis. You're investing in something that can pay you back daily. And it's your business, right? And it's not, you're going to start with this, but who knows later down the line, maybe you want to create your own things. Maybe you see if there's a pain in the market or there's a problem in the market and you can have a solution for it, you can always make money. That's the only thing you need to figure out is how to bring a solution for someone. There was a solution for people struggling in COVID. They were sitting at home. Most of them lost their jobs. They didn't have a way to earn money. And someone saw an opportunity to take the skills that they had and teach these people how to make money online. They saw a problem. They created a solution and they made money from it. And now they just copied and replicated the process. What hardware do I need? Phone. You just need a phone. You do not need a laptop. You can buy a laptop later. Your system gets set up for you on the back end. Obviously, it's easier with a laptop if you want to see a big screen, it's easier, but you don't need it. You can do this 100% from your phone. How does the money get to you? It gets paid either into your bank account every week on a Friday, right? Or it gets paid into your PayPal account. You choose. Okay, you can choose which. We normally default it if you do have a PayPal. We normally just pay it into PayPal. But if you do, if you're in Namibia or some countries that don't have PayPal, we do it into your bank account. I even know, what's that country? I can't think about the country now. They use Pioneer as a payment gateway. So I know I pay those people via Pioneer. Okay, so not a stupid question at all. Okay, what do you suggest when getting paid in dollars? What type of account is best to use? Just your normal SA bank account is fine. I've got Capitec. Okay, you don't need an international bank account. Remember, this is where DMS has set you apart from everyone. You do not need any fancy accounts or an overseas account or a Stripe or a PayPal account. You can immediately start. Later on, when you do well in business, later on when you make a lot of money, you can I would say if you start making 100,000 Rand a month, which is about $5,000, I would say it's good to register your business and maybe then look at opening an overseas bank account, depending on where most of your customers are coming from. It's not going to help you open a bank account if your customers is mainly South African, for instance. You know what I mean? When you use PayPal in SA, you will need an FNB app to convert. Yeah. Oh, yes, you can do that. It converts on its own. So you can use your South African bank account. Can we upgrade to the Pro? Anytime. Anytime. Okay. All right, guys, if you do have any more questions, just get back to the person that invited you here. If you are ready to get started now, you are going to be immediately inside our community. And if you are, come and say hi, come introduce yourself. We love to welcome new members. You'll have immediate access to your program. You will get a form that you need to complete for the tech team that's going to set up your program, and you can have your income streams running by Monday. So don't wait. Use this time. I gave up one weekend to set up my online business, and I still had to do it the old-fashioned way. I had to follow videos and try and figure it out on my own. It all gets done for you behind the scenes. You can get started now and be ready by Monday. All right. Thank you for joining, everyone. You've been amazing. Have a lovely weekend further.